Welcome to the deep dive. Ready to dig into something pretty interesting today. We're tackling mining, construction, and civil engineering machinery distribution managers.
Yeah, a lot of folks probably think, oh, moving big machines, but it's so much more than that.
Right. Think about it, these huge construction sites, mines, and you're the one making sure the right machine gets to the right place at the right time.
It's a huge responsibility. You need to know the equipment, the logistics, everything, really. And the industry needs people who can handle it.
That's where RoleCatcher comes in. Their AI is incredible. It analyzes job descriptions and figures out what skills you need to emphasize.
It's like having a personal guide to help you through the whole process.
And speaking of guides, RoleCatcher's career guide mentions how construction and mining are booming right now. That's a lot of opportunities.
Definitely. If you're looking to get into this field, now's a great time.
So let's get into some interview questions. First one, the classic, what experience do you have in the industry? What if someone's background isn't a perfect match?
That's when you highlight your transferable skills. Even if you didn't work with bulldozers, have you managed inventory? Negotiated with suppliers?
So even working in a busy retail store could be relevant.
Think about it. You've handled time-sensitive deliveries, managed stock, dealt with customers, all skills that translate to managing heavy machinery distribution.
Makes sense. And then they'll probably ask, what challenges did you face in those roles and how did you overcome them?
That's your chance to show off your problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
Be specific. Talk about a real situation and how you worked through it.
This is where practicing with RoleCatcher's AI comes in, right? Record your answers and actually get feedback.
It's like having a mock interview, except you get to analyze your performance and improve before the real thing.
Okay, next question. What strategies have you used to increase sales and market share? This one feels a bit intimidating.
It's your time to shine. Give concrete examples. Did you launch a new marketing campaign? Make the sales process smoother. And the key, quantify your results.
Oh, like my efforts led to a 15% increase in sales.
Exactly. Numbers make a huge impact.
And then the likely follow-up. What metrics did you use to measure success?
Now you show your analytical skills. Were you tracking customer acquisition costs? Lead conversion rates? Show them you understand how to measure success, that you're data-driven.
So it's not just about hitting goals, but understanding how you got there.
Exactly. Data-driven decision-making is essential in this industry, especially with all the new tracking and management systems we have now.
Okay, next. How do you stay up to date with industry trends? Just saying, I read articles, won't cut it, right?
Nope. Mention specific publications you read, conferences you've attended, organizations you're part of. Show them you're genuinely interested.
Prove you're not just aware of what's happening, but actively involved in how the industry is evolving.
Right. Be specific. Did an article about autonomous construction equipment grab your attention? Are you excited about sustainable mining practices? Show them you're thinking ahead.
They'll probably ask you to elaborate too, something like, what's a recent trend that's particularly exciting to you and why?
This is your chance to let your passion show. Talk about a trend that really excites you and why. Maybe it's the safety improvements from automation or more fuel-efficient machinery. Let that enthusiasm out.
This feels like a good time to plug RoleCatcher's Career Guide again. It has a fantastic overview of trends and challenges in the industry.
It's a great starting point to understanding the forces shaping the future of heavy machinery distribution.
Okay, on to a question that's relevant for any manager. How do you prioritize competing demands and manage your workload? Time for those organization skills to shine.
Don't just say you're organized. Give examples of what you use. To-do lists, project management software, whatever works for you. How do you break down tasks, delegate, make sure nothing falls through the cracks?
So it's about having a system and a clear process you can explain.
Exactly. And be ready for, describe a time when you had to juggle multiple urgent deadlines. How did you approach it?
Ah, the classic tell me about a time question.
It's all about showing you can stay calm under pressure and prioritize effectively.
And again, this is where practicing with RoleCatcher's AI can be so valuable. You can work on your storytelling and make your answers even better.
Exactly. You want to come across as someone who not only can handle the job, but thrives in a fast-paced environment.
Okay, this next one is a bit tricky. Can you describe a time when you had to resolve a difficult conflict?
Conflict happens everywhere, especially when you're coordinating teams and big projects. Choose an example that highlights your communication and negotiation skills. It's not about being right, but finding a solution that works for everyone.
So it's about finding common ground and showing you can handle those interpersonal challenges.
Exactly. Focus on the positive outcome. How did you de-escalate? What compromise was reached? What did you learn?
And I'm betting on a follow-up question here.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that experience?
Spot on. They want to see self-awareness and that you can learn from your mistakes. Did it teach you about active listening or the value of different perspectives?
It's about showing that you can resolve conflict and grow from it.
Exactly. Show them you're always trying to improve your people skills and be a better leader.
This has been a fantastic start to our deep dive into mining, construction, and civil engineering machinery distribution manager interviews.
And we're not done yet. We've got more to cover, so stick with us. Back for more.
Good. We've only just scratched the surface of what it takes to ace this interview.
We've hit some of the big interview questions, but what about those that really dig into what it's like to be a distribution manager?
Those are where you can really shine. They're looking for more than just textbook answers. They want to see you think on your feet, use your knowledge, and that you're passionate about the industry.
So let's jump into some more challenging questions. How about this one? Describe your experience with managing and maintaining inventory levels for large-scale equipment.
This one goes beyond simple inventory management. It's understanding the challenges of heavy machinery. You need to show you can handle storing, tracking, transporting this big, expensive equipment, and often with tight deadlines. So it's not just counting bulldozers. It's knowing their specific needs too, like maybe some need climate-controlled storage or special transport.
You got it. And you need to predict demand, manage lead times for new orders, coordinate with suppliers and transport companies. It's a lot of juggling, and you need to show you can handle it.
This feels like another great example of how RoleCatcher's AI can help. Practice these answers, get feedback on whether you're hitting the right points, and really polish your delivery.
It's like having a coach who can pinpoint your strengths and where you need to explain more. Makes a big difference.
Let's shift gears a bit. What about safety? How would you ensure the safe transportation and handling of heavy machinery? Feels obvious, but I bet they're looking for more than just follow the rules.
Of course, safety's huge in this industry, and they want to see you understand that. Go beyond the basics. Talk about protocols you'd implement, like pre-trip vehicle checks, regular safety training for your team, clear communication for reporting hazards.
So showing you're proactive about safety is key.
Exactly. Create a culture of safety where everyone knows their part in preventing accidents and keeping the workplace safe.
I'm guessing a follow-up might be, describe a situation where you had to address a safety concern. What did you do?
Perfect example. Share a time you spotted a hazard, assessed the risk, and took action. Maybe it was a damaged machine that needed to be pulled, or creating a whole new safety procedure for a tricky piece of equipment.
It's about proving you don't just talk about safety, you live it.
Exactly. Be the leader who takes it seriously and empowers their team to do the same.
Let's get a bit technical. How about this? What are your strategies for ensuring machinery is properly maintained and serviced to prevent downtime? I'm guessing some technical knowledge is essential here, right?
Absolutely. Show them you get why preventative maintenance matters and how you'd make sure it happens. Talk about regular inspections, sticking to manufacturer service schedules, keeping detailed logs.
So being organized and having a system for maintenance is crucial.
Right. Show that you're preventing breakdowns, not just reacting to them. Mention specific software or tools you've used for scheduling and parts management.
What if they ask, how would you handle a situation where a critical piece of machinery breaks down unexpectedly, causing project delays?
Ah, that one tests your problem solving under pressure. Show you can think fast, assess the situation, and minimize disruption. Talk through how you troubleshoot, find solutions like spare parts or a specialist mechanic, and keep everyone informed, the client, your team, everyone.
So it's about showing you can stay calm in a crisis and find the best solution, even when things get tough.
You got it. They want to see you as a leader who can handle the tough stuff, someone the team can rely on when things go wrong.
Okay, this one gets into a real challenge in this industry. How would you manage the logistics of delivering heavy machinery to remote or challenging locations? Logistics and transportation expertise are front and center here.
This is all about planning those complex deliveries. Talk about pre-planning routes, factoring in road limits, bridge clearances, and anything that could cause trouble. Narrow roads, difficult terrain, you name it.
So it's more than just setting the GPS and hoping for the best.
Way more. This is where knowing specialized transport companies, permits, and regulations for oversized loads comes in. Even mention different trailers and loading techniques if you have that experience.
They might ask, have you ever faced a delayed delivery or unexpected obstacles? How did you handle it?
That's a chance to show you can adapt. Tell them about a time a delivery went sideways, whether road closures, whatever it was. Explain how you assess the situation, communicated with everyone involved, and found a solution to deliver that machinery safely and efficiently.
It's about handling the unexpected, those curveballs that always seem to pop up in this field.
Exactly. Show them you're resourceful, adaptable, and can think outside the box when things don't go as planned.
Okay, time to talk money. How do you analyze and manage costs associated with heavy machinery transportation and logistics? Business smarts are key here.
You need to show you're not just focused on moving the machine, but also keeping an eye on the budget. Talk about analyzing transport costs, negotiating good rates with carriers, and finding ways to save money, like optimizing routes or using different transport methods.
So it's about being strategic and making sure things are efficient and cost-effective.
You got it. They want to see that you understand the financial side of things and how your decisions impact the bottom line. Mention any budgeting software or tools you've used for tracking and analyzing costs.
What about a follow-up, like describe a situation where you had to find a cost-effective solution for a particularly challenging delivery?
That's where you can show your creative problem-solving skills. Talk about a time you had to get inventive, maybe using a different kind of transport, breaking the load into smaller shipments, or teaming up with other companies to share the costs.
It's proving that you're not just a manager. You're a problem solver who can get things done and stay within budget.
Exactly. Show them you have a strategic mindset and are always looking to improve efficiency and add value to the company.
Wow, this has been a really in-depth look at some of the tougher questions you might face in that mining, construction, and civil engineering machinery distribution manager interview. We've covered so much safety, logistics, technical stuff, even financial management.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI tools can give you that extra boost. Practice those answers and get personalized feedback to make sure you're nailing it.
But don't forget the most important thing, be yourself. Show your passion for this industry and let your enthusiasm shine through.
Interviews are a two-way street. It's a chance to connect with the interviewer, show them what you bring to the table, and why you'd be a great fit.
So go out there, rock that interview, and land that dream job.
With the right prep, confidence, and passion for this industry, you can achieve anything.
Until next time on The Deep Dive, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing your boundaries. We're back for the final part of our deep dive. We've prepped for those tough questions, but there's one more crucial thing to cover.
It's not just about answering their questions, it's about asking your own.
Oh, you're right. It shows you're engaged, prepared, genuinely interested in the role and the company.
Exactly. And that's where RoleCatcher's employer database comes in.
It's an amazing resource, right?
Yeah.
You can dig into financials, projects, the leadership team, even employee reviews.
Don't waste those questions on generic stuff like, what's the culture like? Tailor them.
Like if you find out they've just bought a bunch of autonomous trucks.
You could ask, how is the company integrating this tech? What does it mean for the distribution manager?
Shows you've done your research and you're thinking about their big picture.
And you can connect your skills to their needs, show them why you're valuable.
Okay, let's talk about those final moments of the interview. How to leave a strong impression.
The basics. Reiterate your enthusiasm. Thank them for the opportunity. Emphasize how your skills match what they need.
So more than just a quick thank you on your way out the door.
Right. Take a minute to recap why you're the ideal candidate. Use specific examples from your conversation.
And don't forget to ask about the next steps in the hiring process.
Shows you're proactive, ready to move forward. Here's a tip. Have one last insightful question ready.
To leave them with something to think about.
Exactly. Maybe connect it back to a trend you discussed or a challenge they're facing.
It shows you're not just looking for any job, but a way to use your expertise and make a real difference. Wow, we've covered so much in this deep dive. From technical skills to those tricky behavioral questions.
And don't forget RoleCatcher's AI. It can help you fine-tune your resume, practice answers, get feedback to make sure you're ready.
The biggest thing is to be yourself. Let your passion for this industry show through. That genuine enthusiasm goes a long way.
An interview is a conversation, a chance to connect, to show your value, why you're the right fit.
So, to everyone listening, go out there and rock that interview, land that interview. Mining, construction, and civil engineering machinery distribution manager job.
With the right prep, confidence, and a real passion for this industry, you can achieve anything.
That's it for this deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing your boundaries.